Hello everybody, it's me again and now welcome back to my YouTube channel. I would like to share something about femininity, something about feminine energy. I talked a lot about, but I never really shared it here on YouTube. Talking about femininity and masculinity, it is in every one of us. It is the yin and yang in us. The right side of the body is the masculine side, the left side is the feminine side. The upper body is the masculine side, the lower body is the feminine side. It is important to understand if you feel some pain, where do you feel it? Masculine, feminine, upper, lower body, and so on. The symptoms coming up for different reasons. 90% of my audience and my clients are feminine, women. It is quite interesting for me as a man to work with women. Very often I have to tell women and to show how to live femininity. At the moment we feel and see at the outside a huge transformation, not only on a pleasant way. It is too much masculinity connected with the mind and also connected with the ego. We have to be grounded, we have to be connected, what I call, with the universe. This is the balancing between the chakras, the upper and the lower chakras, and also the balance between the masculinity and the femininity. Why is it so important? For everything in the world, for everyone we get in contact, it is always better and good to be balanced as much as possible, to be centered. Maybe you heard this word, center yourself, or we have to center ourselves more. To be centered is for me to connect with the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the middle chakra of 7 main chakras. And when you see the body, the right and the left side, your heart chakra is also there in the middle. So if you connect with your heart, you're totally centered. In each and every chakra is the yin and yang. In our physical body, in our mental body, in our emotional body, in our spiritual body, any kind of bodies you can imagine, there's a chakra, the yin and yang, the harmony inside of us. When we are disbalanced, we are not in harmony. Very often, especially talking about femininity again in this video, many women, they switch for different reasons too much to the masculinity. The masculine power is about the willpower to go through and to take action. Many women, not only alone standing women, they choose to be more on the right side, to go through, to take action by themselves, because sometimes the partner doesn't take the action, doesn't support the woman. It is important in a relationship, and we have so different kind of relationships. First of all, as children, we have a relationship with our parents. Then we make friends. We have friendships. Then the first love comes up. We do a romantic relationship, which is very pleasant and very beautiful if it works in harmony. We have relationships with our colleagues, with our boss. You see, there's so many different kind of varieties of relationships, but they all have one together. If you are balanced, the communication with people is way more easy. Also in a relationship, imagine if you live a relationship, is it possible for you to communicate with your partner in an easy way? If yes, I always would like to say, lucky you. I'm happy for you. That's amazing. That's great. For all other people, sometimes it's just a little bit of disharmony. And the most of us, included me honestly, if I'm in the mind, what comes up first is to look at the outside. If something is not working, we look at the outside. What's wrong there? It's never us, isn't it? The mind tells you this, the mind with the ego. If you're in your heart, and I had many situations in my life, my ego came up very easily, very strong. But I was also strong enough to apologize when I felt I did something wrong from my side. This is not the way to go. It's less about right or wrong. It's about harmony. It's about love, what I'm sending out to anyone. It's not only about a romantic relationship. It's about any kind of relationship. And the most important relationship is with ourselves. When I do workshops about relationship, many people telling me, yeah, it's fine, I live a beautiful relationship, I don't need to go, I don't want to join, it's okay. But I'm telling them, if you live a beautiful relationship with your partner, with your beloved ones around you, that's great. How about the relationship with yourself? And then very often people start thinking about it. It's not so pleasant sometimes to face it. But the point about this is, especially if you are a woman, how much live you femininity? How much are you connected with the woman inside of you? We have the inner child, the inner man, and the inner woman. Every one of us. The most women very strong connected with the inner man and sometimes maybe with the inner child. And the last connection is with the inner woman. Many women are not used to it anymore. They lived too long and almost constantly the masculinity, the masculine energy, for different reasons. Being in a relationship as a woman and you feel you're too much in the masculinity, question your relationship. In a relationship, everyone has to take responsibility for his life, as a woman or as a man. The most women, they switch too much to the masculinity, being too less supported by the partner on different ways, different levels. Femininity is a very important part for a woman to live. Even physical diseases, what I call symptoms, will come up if you don't live femininity, if you ignore, if you depress. Many women, they have doubts about their own femininity. They don't feel it. They feel more comfortable to be more on the masculine side. There's one reason why this can be in your subconsciousness. We are all connected to our ancestors. And if your mother, your grandmother, the grand-grandmother were going the same way, energetically you are connected with them. Coming to yourself, start to feel yourself, let go the past, or to disconnect on this level with the ancestors is very important. If you don't know how to do, ask someone like me, ask some people around you, maybe someone might help you. Many people don't understand why they can't live their life as a woman, because they don't see the connection between them and the ancestors, the mother, the grandmother, and so on. Very often we build our environment how we live our life. Your friends, family members, colleagues, they fit mostly in this life what we created, because that's the energy we are sending out. You might feel more comfortable with some family members, some relatives, some colleagues more than with others. Because if someone is very feminine in your environment and you don't feel your own femininity, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable for you. You're not used to femininity. Unfortunately, the most men a little bit afraid of the feminine energy, because the most men, without blaming you, I had the same many years in my life. I was not connected with my own femininity. Because as a man, we're growing up. You have to be strong. You have to do this as a man. Yes, as a man, we have to live the masculine side, but we have to be connected with the femininity. The most women, they are also too much connected with the masculinity, but a little bit with the femininity. If you see your 100% power as the yin and yang, it means 50% is masculinity, 50% is femininity. If you live the whole 50% of your masculinity, but you're just connected maybe 20% with the femininity, you live altogether 70% of your whole potential. It doesn't make sense. use the whole potential of 100%. Yes, sometimes we can even tell some women they live 70% of the masculinity and 30% of the femininity, all together with 100%. But this doesn't really count for you as a woman. You really have to find a way to be balanced. It's not about 50-50. Sometimes it's 60-40. It's okay. Sometimes even 70-30 for the moment. We have both energy inside of us, masculine and feminine, to use it. If you have to go through something, if you need the willpower or to take action as a woman, it's okay to switch to the masculine energy for the moment. But please don't stuck there. Come back to femininity. There's a reason why you're born as a woman in this life. It is to live your feminine power. And there's another point. Many women see the masculine power more powerful than the femininity. It's not true. The feminine energy is love and emotions. This is totally not less powerful. It is exactly powerful, sometimes even more powerful than the masculine energy. It is just about how much we live emotions. I think you understood already that emotions are very powerful. So if you live the feminine energy, you live the powerful emotions more than with the masculinity. And that's the same. As a man, if I have to live emotions, I have to switch more to femininity or even to be balanced, not only living the masculinity. Maybe you had some situations already when you're a woman and you had some talks with some men or with some colleagues. It is really a big impact if you are balanced or too much on the masculine side. It creates tensions, competition. The masculinity, the mind and the ego, they create very often competition. Without feeling it, without knowing it, but it happens. So if you are too much in your masculinity as a woman and you talk to a colleague, to your boss, or even to your partner, it creates competitions, it creates tensions. It's normally not really a talk and communication in harmony. If you are living more the femininity and you get in contact with your partner, it might be more in harmony. Even if your partner is a little bit afraid of the feminine energy because he's not used to live his own femininity, it's another situation. It is more in harmony, it creates less tensions, and you feel more pleasant to talk to each other. It is possible to communicate to each other on a very easy way. That's what I would like to talk about, femininity and masculinity. Next time, more about the symptoms of femininity and masculinity. If you like the YouTube channel, please subscribe and press the like button, and hopefully see you soon in the next video. Thank you very much.